Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Now in a recent video, an unboxing video, I showed two guitars which recently came in from Japan. So they both needed a lot of work, it's fair to say. They both needed a lot of work. The Modsrite copy, the Guyatone, I've had to order a few parts for, so I can't really do much with that one just now. However, the GRECO, or the GNECO, as it says there, this is the GNECO on my GRECO. I think I can do a bit of work to this today. So at the end of the unboxing video, I did play this and it plays okay as it is. I mean, it's certainly not perfect. It played okay and it sounds great. These pickups sound really good. I believe this is a 1973 or 74 guitar, but further on in the video we'll look at some old catalogues and we'll try and identify it. So it is a Sunburst Stratocaster copy and the logo does look like it says GNECO, but I can assure you it is a GRECO. So let's get on the workbench and we'll have a look, see if we can identify what's wrong with it, and then we'll see what we can fix, and we'll maybe see what we can't fix and maybe have to go in the bin. So on with the work. So let's have an initial evaluation of this guitar. So condition wise, a few dents and dings. Now here's the first thing. Look at the angle that bridge is at, and I can tell why that is, and I'll tell you when I flip the guitar over. So yes, a bit of a clean required. Control knobs cracked. But all the electrics work. You have to excuse my heating coming on there. Scotland and the heating's on in the summer. This is a bit bent. That does work. So I'm not sure what pickups these are, but we'll find out once I take the scratch plate off. Fretboard seems in half decent condition. Let's look at the headstock. So not the best job of putting strings on. It wasn't me to put them on. These are the strings I arrived with. And the legs a bit suspect. Sticking right out there. GNECO. So yeah, new strings required. Truss rod cover. White, I think maybe 72, 73 guitars. So I've seen some of them with a silver metal truss rod cover, possibly Matsumoku made. That being the case, it would have Matsumoku on the neck plate, I think. So that's the top. So here is the issue with the angle of the bridge. These are new springs, much longer than required because we can see that's all the way tight to the body. So I either get new springs or I just hardtail this. So I'll try and work out what construction this is. I think we're talking pancake ply maybe. So it is the original bridge, and I think the claw is original as well. Bridge block looks original, but these are obviously replacements. So again, dents and dings. Made in Japan, no Matsumoku stamp. So Fujigen made. Please do let me know in the comments if you're more of an expert than me. As I've said many times, I'm not a Strat guy. So there's the neck. Now, these tuners are normally found on the budget line of Japanese guitars. I'll give them a try. We'll see how they work. I mean, they're definitely the lower tier of tuners. So there you go. That's my initial evaluation on this guitar. Let's get it to pieces. See what it looks like with no peg guard. Japanese lettering there. Right, I think I'm going to take this off, try and polish it up a bit. Take me a bit of time to take all these off and get them all lined back up again, but it is what it is. So this guitar, I think 73, 74, and there is what the body is made of. I don't know if they put like a veneer on top to give it the sort of flame on top and bottom. And that's if you ever wondered what one of the lower end Stratocasters from Japan from the early 70s looked like, this is what it looks like. Bit of grime. And as I said, there's not a lot of fret left on this. So there's the neck. And some sort of Japanese marking. Look at the size of the shim. What was in here? So I need to keep that in a safe place. Right. Oh, I managed to find in my parts drawer one of these. So at least that's tight now. So there it is, my hands are getting filthy working on this. Yeah, there's a bridge. Got a hefty block on this. Take these saddles off, try and get it cleaned up a bit. So these old Maxon pickups sound really, really good. It's a 3-position switch, I guess, like traditional Strats from the 50s, just 3 positions. Oh, by the way, I'm filming this part of the video about 2 weeks after I filmed the first part, in case you're wondering why I've changed my t-shirt and maybe my beard's in a different state of growth, so that's why that is. The strange thing about this guitar is the scale length. Let's look at a picture of the scale length. It's a Gibson scale length. It's a Stratocaster with a Gibson scale length, which is funny. Like I'm saying that you don't notice, but it plays slightly different. It's easier to bend strings, I think, than other Strats. I'm not a Strat guy normally, but the fact that this has a Gibson scale length maybe means this is a Strat for me. So let's try and identify how old this guitar is. So here's a 1973 GRECO catalogue, and we have an SE430. Now they have them B for black, an SE430W for white, and an SE430S, I think, for sunburst, like this one. Now that one does have like the ashtray cover for the bridge. That's 1973, and it has, or those ones have this white truss rod cover, there. So I think this is a 1973 SE430S. If we look at the GRECO catalogue for the 74 catalogue, 74 and the 75, I think it maybe still has GNECO or NECO, GRECO, but they're now an SE500S. So I guess all that means is the relative price has gone up. But I think the thing here is the truss rod cover is not the same as on this one and on the 1973 guitars. So I guess the other way to try and identify it is from the serial numbers on the pickups, because there's no serial number on this guitar. This is from a time when GRECO were not doing serial numbers. So let's look at the serial number of the pickups. So the Maxon pickup serial number is 23402. Now what that means in real terms, it was made on production line 2. I think they were all made on production line 2. Anyway, production line 2. Year of manufacture is a 3. This is 1973. The month is 4, so it's April. And the day of the month is 02. So these pickups were made on the 2nd of April 1973. So I think this is putting this in the realms of a 1973 SE430S. So there you have it. An early 70s GRECO, when the logo was still saying GNECO SE430S, which is a really, really nice guitar. It's really quite light as well. It's in decent condition, I think, for being this old. How old is that? 51 years old. I managed to get a trem bar as well for this. I've kept it really quite tight, so I've said to any of my friends that come round, you know, don't try and do any like eruption style dive bombs on this or you'll snap this off. It's a really nice guitar, plays really good as well. I don't know if that's to do with the fact that it's got a Gibson scale, and I'm just, you know, over the last sort of 30 years I'm more kind of used to a Gibson scale. Really nice sounding guitar as well. 3-way switch. I couldn't really jam it in between to get that sort of position 2 and position 4. Couldn't really manage to do that, but I think the 3 positions that you can get sound really good. It's just got a classic Strat sound. So there you go, folks. 1973 GRECO SE430S, made in Japan, I think by Fujigen. This does not have a Matsumoku, I think that's how you say it, stamp on it. So I think this is maybe Fujigen made, but a nice guitar wherever it was made. As ever, folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.